Tell them the Tooth Fairy sent you.
Hi, Miranda Mahoney here from Grizzle Pride, your local drug prevention coalition. So, marijuana, now legal in Connecticut, but there are some things you really should know. It's only legal for people 21 and older. And always, always secure your cannabis products like edibles, vape pens, dabs, and of course marijuana in a locking storage container. You are your child's greatest influence. Talk early, talk often about the risks of substance use on their developing brains. Check out grizzlepride.org. Grizzlepride.org. Grizzlepride.org.
We love the 80s.
Are you sure this is legal?
Bringing radio back to the people. SNSN, your community radio.
Live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Paul Lash in the morning and 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
Like they always say things that aren't stupid usually. And then they are stupid, it's funny.
And with that being said, Paul Ash has the weather.
Yes, I do. Right now, the temperature downtown City is a warm 52 degrees. Partly cloudy this morning, increasing clouds this afternoon. Unfortunately, there's going to be showers coming around. Highs will be somewhere around 64 degrees. But tonight, periods of rain, lows around 47. For your Saturday, well, it's not looking good. Steady rain in the morning, then showers continue in the afternoon. Highs will be somewhere around 49. And of course, for your Sunday, cloudy skies again. Highs 51. And of course, what a crappy weekend, right? Then Monday, back to school, back to work. Cloudy skies, followed by partial clearing. Highs will be somewhere around 50.
You seem generally disgusted, or genuinely.
You know, I'm looking for some weather that's going to be.
He'd like a ray of sunshine.
Yeah, I mean, when was the last time? I mean, yesterday was gorgeous. Don't get me wrong, but 1 out of 7 isn't that good.
No, it's not.
I mean, it's either windy or rainy. So what are we? What's going to happen here? Do I got to build a boat or what? What?
I don't know. Hold on. I was trying to figure out. I was trying to get some news earlier on a rumor that I had heard.
Oh, okay.
Because we love rumors.
Oh, we love rumors.
So the new senior center is on the cusp of opening up.
Do we know what day?
No, not yet.
That's good.
They're putting numbers together, and they're waiting for some state bond money to be released.
Aren't they out of the old senior center?
No.
Okay.
No.
So they haven't received the money they got from.
No.
So, okay.
And then I guess the kitchen equipment is slowly arriving.
Oh.
So the word is in caps, so close.
Yeah. Well, I guess they could open it up the kitchen.
Well,
yeah,
but that's
then there'd be people working in there while they're there, so that's probably not good either.
Now, then the rumor is what's the old senior center going to be?
Right.
So now there's a second rumor. This is correct. First is the alternative school.
Correct.
And that right there, I think they're already doing an alternative space needs study or survey, or
I think.
You know, and then now a rumor popped up when somebody said that it's going to be the trooper office, which I didn't hear that.
I didn't think so either because it's pretty big.
Yeah,
it seems to me like there's a lot of wasted space.
Yeah,
it's a lot of hearsay right now.
Yeah, so I
don't
see how. I don't know where that came from. So
hey, it's awful big. State troopers don't need that much room. It'd be a waste of a lot of residents.
Well, where are they going to put the ping pong table?
I think it should be petitioned off, and SNSN should go in there.
You think so? Huh?
Yeah. Got your own kitchen.
Might happen.
Yeah.
It's either that or we're going to go to Cindy Briggs' house. Oh, hi, Cindy. Good morning.
Yeah.
Hanging out in her cellar.
Yeah. Cindy says, "Isn't that space much smaller than what the alternative school already is?"
Well, they got 2 floors on the alternative school, right?
There's 2 floors. Yeah.
Are they being used?
I don't know.
What's that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Both floors of the.
I don't know.
It's storage. The senior center uses it for storage.
No, he's talking about this existing school out on.
There is, but they don't use the upper floor. Something about the elevator,
No.
Right.
it doesn't work.
So moving.
Yeah.
So
I think they'd actually have more space.
I
then.
think you're right. They would actually have more space because I think the base of the other school is not that big compared to what the senior center is. Yeah.
Laura says maybe the resident trooper can share the building with
The alternative school. That might pose problems.
That might be pushing it.
Yeah.
That might be. Yeah, it might be.
And there's not a lot of room there for expansion. Like if you want to put
No.
No. No, they're packed in there.
No, I don't know if that's a good idea to have them share it.
And in answer of that, we're going to move the station over to Cindy Briggs' house. She goes, "Come on over."
Sweet.
Good.
We'll get a microbrewery started in our basement.
As long as there's coffee and muffins every morning, we're fine.
That's right.
Did you hear that, Cindy?
It's on you, Cindy.
Fresh muffins, by the way.
Yeah.
We want to walk in and smell the muffins cooking. And of course, later in the morning, we want chocolate cookies.
Huh?
Chocolate.
Cookies.
That's right.
Yeah. And then come holidays, we expect like apple pie
And fruitcake.
fruitcake.
Oh no! Oh, no!
You want to make enemies real quick at Christmas? Give everybody fruitcake.
Yeah.
I should do that this year.
It's a pretty good sized hockey puck.
I think I'm going to do that this year. Everybody's going to get fruitcakes for Christmas.
No.
Then they'll leave me alone.
Cindy says we can use the laundry room.
Oh, I don't want to be in there with a dirty laundry.
Why not? We air ours
Hey,
every day.
Oh, man.
Why not?
No.
You don't want to be there.
No, I don't want to be in the laundry room.
I just want to be there for the spin cycle.
All right. So Mary Beth is coming up as Facebook user.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
Facebook.
Facebook user. See, when you come in, so there are many access points that you can join the show,
right,
through different parts of social media, and some of them, and I don't know why, but when you make a comment, when you click on to make a comment, it asks you in the top of the screen, do you give permission to Facebook, to share your name?
Right.
It, either people, they click no, or they don't click into it because they didn't see it.
Right.
So it comes up as, but I looked in the group anyway, and it's our Board of Education Chair, Mary Beth Malin. And she says, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
That's
There
all
we go.
she said. That was easy.
That's it. She goes, the Alternative Space Needs Committee is waiting on the building official to sign off on the plans, and then the RFP will be posted, hopefully in a couple of weeks.
So that will be. Sounds like that's going to be.
Yeah, that's what I had heard mostly. I didn't hear anything about resident state trooper office moving there,
and it wouldn't make sense to put them both in there because you got special needs kids, and they would. I think having those troopers in there would just make it just too stressful.
And then she says there is more space at the old senior center. The present alt school, you can't use the second floor. It's not safe.
Yeah, that's what we discussed.
Right.
Yeah.
So good. Plus, there's a full kitchen there.
Yeah.
And,
Well, isn't there a kitchen at the alternative school?
well, it's a house.
Yeah, I was going to say, how do they eat for lunch and stuff?
They get bussed into the high school?
Really?
Yes, sir. Sir.
That doesn't sound economically feasible.
Well, no, it's just a ride. It's only a couple miles.
Still, at diesel being $6 a gallon.
We used to do that at St. Mary's. They used to go to the elementary school when they had a cafeteria, and then they would bring lunch over there, and then they ended it all. So,
Yeah. Speaking of lunch, I think the free lunch program is going to end. I believe that whole program.
I don't know.
I think the free lunch program is going to end. It's coming to an end shortly.
For all students?
Well, I heard it. I heard it through a Harper station that the free lunch program is coming to an end. So, but the lunches are going to be really cheap. Like
So statewide then?
I think it's got to be statewide because the state's paying for it.
Mm-hmm. Are you talking about the free lunch program that was presented through COVID?
Yeah.
Where everybody,
Yeah.
all the kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe that's coming to an end.
I'm sure it would
Yeah.
be.
It's got to sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So well, we kind of burned through that rumor.
There we go. Next.
So it's nice that that we have a lot of community leaders that pay attention to what we do here, and it's good because they can add
Mm-hmm.
onto
And clarify.
and clarify different things that are being said. So I really appreciate that because really, I mean, this forum is really to disseminate information.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sure, we get, you know, a little stupid sometimes.
Yeah.
And
So our
everything.
forum is for them.
Guess so.
Hmm.
Especially the Ask Chris Anything on
Hey,
Friday.
today is Friday.
It is Friday, and if anybody has a question for Chris over here on Retiree Row,
That would be me.
go ahead and ask.
I may
Let's
not know
see.
the answer, but I will be happy to make something up.
Mary Beth, if you have a question, Lori Sorter, if you have a question, what a wonderful time to try to test Chris out.
Yeah.
Ask Chris anything.
I'm a veritable cornucopia of nickel knowledge.
Yeah. I have a question. I have a question for the people who are listening.
Yeah.
What is
Don't know. Whoa. They don't answer.
Well, so maybe somebody knows.
All
I'm
right,
just trying to
okay,
get
all right,
clarification.
all right.
We talked about it this morning. When Lamont is signing the budget, what does he mean by reducing real estate tax and the
Automobile tax.
automobile tax? What does that mean? Because we don't pay taxes, we pay to the town. So I don't understand what that means. If anybody knows, I would certainly be interested.
Well, as we discussed, I think it goes to the sales tax involved whenever
I
somebody
did-
buys or sells a car
He didn't say
or
sales
a
tax.
building.
He didn't say sales tax.
Well, no, I'm not saying he said sales tax. I'm saying that would be my guess is he's going to limit the amount of sales tax that is incurred when you buy a car or buy a house.
Right now, that is 6.75 or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
You talking about the sales tax? 6.75%?
I'm
Six and
just
three quarters,
curious. I mean, what does that mean?
So when you go to a car dealer,
Means it's not 7%.
yeah, when you go to a car dealer and you buy a car,
Mhm.
you have to pay the sales tax on that vehicle
Yeah.
before you can drive it off the lot.
That's correct.
So is that 6.75%?
Yes.
Okay. So my guess
Sales tax is still sales tax.
Right. My guess is he's going to knock that number down
Well, I
You
don't
know,
know.
Mm.
to, I don't know, a wild guess, 3%.
I don't know how they're going to do that unless they're going to have a special
well,
sales tax just for automobile sales.
that
I don't understand
6.75
that.
that 6.75% that you pay to drive that car off the lot. Whose money is that? Is that the state's money? So that would be my guess.
Well, they
is
collect
that's-
it, and then you've got to pay it in quarterly.
Not the car tax.
The sales tax?
Sales tax you pay it every time you buy something.
No, I know that, but like me, if I sell a T-shirt or
Well,
an ornament or
you're
something
you're
like
a
that,
business, it's different.
I
You're a
collect sales tax,
Right.
and then turn around and file quarterly, and it
Right. So
It
the
goes to the
dealership
state.
would pay quarterly.
Yeah, I would think they would just
Right.
collect it and pay.
exactly.
I'm just curious what it is. I don't know. He already signed it too.
Yeah.
The budget's already signed. So whatever that is, he's already signed it. So I'm curious.
Okay. And everything that we're saying that we talk about, Bob Savage goes, yeah.
Bye, Bob.
Good morning, Bob.
I don't know what about. I'd be certainly like to know.
Anyone?
I
Bueller?
guess-
Bueller?
I especially like the
Go ahead.
Crickets.
I especially like the questions that some people will go ahead and ask you on Friday mornings. I wish we would get more questions.
You know, people out there, if you think I'm kidding, throw something at me. I will answer any question you ask.
Yeah.
Any question?
Any question? See, he's really pushing for it right now. Let's see. Good morning, Alicia De La Cruz. Lida. I know Alicia.
You know Alicia?
Yep. And her husband, DB.
Did they run out of names when he was born? He only got initials?
No, it's a nickname that I gave him.
Ah,
And it doesn't mean douchebag.
that was going to be my first guess.
What's what everybody thinks, So it's like, a few years ago, like, I got when I came out with a t-shirt, it said Grizzled AF.
Always friendly.
Always friendly. That's what it means. That shirt was quickly discontinued.
I guess nobody wants to ask Chris.
No. Victoria, hello. Victoria, come on. Ask Chris anything.
Do it. Good. Do it.
He's daring you, folks. He's daring you to ask him a question. Should have came yesterday. We were talking about Roe v. Wade.
Yeah.
Boy, what a conversation that was.
I was going to say that's a hot topic.
It absolutely is.
Well, the good thing, it doesn't affect anybody here in the state.
Well, Lamont just passed
Yes.
something.
Yeah.
To
allow other, right?
Right. Yeah.
Allow other states to bring.
It's the first in the nation.
Yeah.
To be passed. So
We're going to have a lot of people moving into Connecticut.
or visiting.
I don't think you have to live here. I just think
No.
you just come here to visit the doctor.
Well, because of the legislation, I think there will be people, I'm not going to say everybody's going to do it, but I think there will be people that will move into this state because they think that this state gives them more freedoms.
Okay.
Well, something I found out about, and I know it's not related to Roe versus Wade, but if you're on Medicare
Mm-hmm.
and you want to change to another plan mid-year, the state of Connecticut allows you to do that, where other states are required to fill out all these crazy different forms in order to even apply to change the plan, which I kind of surprised to hear that. So the state of Connecticut is kind of a unique state with all these different things that you're able to do, especially for seniors. They may want to switch to an advantage plan, and you can do it anytime during the year. Start off, you run this plan, no problem. Switch to the next one.
And as opposed to Florida, in Connecticut, you can say the word gay.
Yeah.
All right. Madeline has really opened up the proverbial questions floodgate.
Oh, geez.
Oh, boy.
So, okay, first of all, Alicia wants to know best place to eat in Connecticut.
Best place to eat in Connecticut. Well, it depends on your appetites.
Dean's and Charlene's, always.
Well,
Pete's Palace?
I would say Dean's for breakfast because they make really good home fries.
Mm-hmm.
But-
See, now, I like the home fries at Charlene's best.
She asked me. Your opinion doesn't matter, Mike.
Okay.
That's a good point.
I like both things differently at both places.
I like Ruby Tuesdays because they have the salad bar option.
Yeah, I didn't hear the question, ask Mike anything, did you?
No, I don't remember reading that anywhere on the forum.
No, I didn't either.
It was asked Chris. anything.
All right, here's a question, Chris. What's going on with the food industry? And are we being distracted by Ukraine, Supreme Court, and Johnny Depp's court case / divorce, whatever?
Absolutely, we are being distracted.
Okay.
Oh, you want more information?
Yes, yeah. We are.
See, what the media does is they are controlled by like 4 or 5 people, and these 4 or 5 people are the uber rich. Well, the uber rich don't want you getting upset about the fact that all your food is on a boat out in the Pacific Ocean. So they create news for you to quandary over and complain about. They distract you from what's actually going on.
Then my question to you,
Mm-hmm.
a little caveat here.
Okay.
If this is the case, then why do people pay attention to it?
Because there is a huge disbelief that what the news media tells you is the God's honest truth. Fox News a couple of years ago actually came out and said, we lie about the news all the time. And yet people still watch Fox News for the truth. Remember, folks, the truth is being controlled by 4 or 5 people. They are the ones that have their pulse on what news is reported to you every day. If it looks like a distraction, it probably is a distraction.
Well, that's what they feel the leak with the word Roe versus Wade was specifically as distraction.
You know, instead of talking about inflation, instead of talking about the price of gas going up 48%, instead they're talking about Johnny Depp beating his girlfriend.
And her pooping on his bed.
Right.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
So my suggestion to the people that are listening and people that are on air watching, anytime you watch the news, ask the simple question, what are they not telling me?
Daryl says, but the news is talking about those things.
Measure it. Measure the amount of time that they spend on Johnny Depp versus the amount of time they talk about the price of gas.
Yeah. When was the last time you heard an update on Ukraine from the news? Right?
Yeah.
It was a big thing a couple, 3 or 4 weeks ago. Now what do you hear?
And if you don't think that the news is manipulating your views, let's talk about the price of gas. Price of gas has gone up 48%. Why? Because the news is saying that it's because of the war in Ukraine. The war in Ukraine has nothing to do with the price of gas. Russia sends 3% of our total gas consumption to this country. 3%. So if we're losing out on 3% of the fuel, why is the price of gas going up 48%? Simple math, folks.
Daryl says CBS News talks about Ukraine gas inflation all morning.
Oh, okay. How true is it? I don't know. Maybe
How true is any of it?
Right.
I mean, we don't know.
Right.
We don't really know. I get, you know what I hear all the time? Just locally, like if something happens, like something tragic, how come you weren't all over it, Mike? And my question or my answer to that is because I want to make sure everything is factual.
Yeah.
I'm not going to report an accident, with that had a tragic ending and report something only to find out that the family didn't find out.
Right.
They find out through freaking Facebook.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to be part of that.
You have a good heart. You make sure that all your ducks are in a row before you report a story.
Yeah, I don't. And sometimes I'm wrong, and boom, when I'm wrong, somebody calls me out on it. I say, okay, you're right, and I pull the story, and then I rework it till it is correct.
Right.
But that's one thing that we do locally. There are a lot of local news sources that don't do that.
Right.
That they would rather just go ahead and slap something up there because, and I don't know why, because really when it comes to clicks on Facebook, it doesn't matter because you're not getting paid for it.
Right.
But going back to your gas thing, I think the thing that would scare me more than the gas thing is the price of fuel oil. Fuel oil is up to right now $6 a gallon.
Yeah.
I mean, thank God we're coming into the warmer months. I mean, at least gas, you don't have to drive. Okay. But you need fuel oil for your house in order to keep it warm. And this area of the country, we need fuel oil. And if we go into the fall with over $6 a gallon for fuel oil, what are people going to do?
I just moved the fire pit into the living room.
I mean, let's face it, there's going to be a lot more fires going on because a lot of people now are going to go to electric heaters, different other means of heating their houses.
You want to know something? I'm glad you said that because a couple of years ago, we have a fireplace. We have 2 of them actually, but they're not operational.
Right.
So we have like one of those fake fireplaces that we got, and it lights up. Yeah, and it looks cool and everything, but it also works as a heater. Right. So we have turned it on maybe over the last few weeks, And I'll tell you, it toasted that room right up,
Mm-hmm.
and we turned the heat right off. And we looked at our electric bill, and it really didn't do much to it at all.
Yeah.
I think it was like another $5.
Yeah.
You know, and we used this, and it works really good. And you know, it's so. But there was a time when we were like, well, what do we do? Well, let's just turn this on, and see what happens.
Put 3 more coats on.
Yeah, but you know, even though it was pretty efficient. You know, people say don't use the the electric energy because it'll cost you an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it wasn't bad at all.
yeah, like I say, I don't know what people are going to do if it continues into the fall, because there's going to be a lot more people going to need help for fuel. I don't know how they're going to do it. Seriously.
Oh, I don't either.
I mean, let's face it, everybody's going to suffer at over $6,
Mm-hmm.
no matter who you are.
Daryl says, so a plane crashes into General Mills, and now we have a kamikaze conspiracy.
Ooh, cool. Did they yell bonsai before they did it?
So where's that coming from? Somebody deliberately crashed the plane?
Hmm.
Well, they kind of, a few years ago when that plane disappeared, remember though? Where was it from? It was from a foreign country where the pilot actually crashed the plane intentionally because he was a little wacko. Remember? They couldn't find it. It's like a couple.
Was it a Pakistani jet?
Yeah, it was something like that. They couldn't find the damn jet anywhere. They never found it.
Yeah.
You talking about the one that left Australia and never showed up?
Never showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would come under the kamikaze.
They were doing a search pattern on an area the size of Texas
now
in
that's
the
where
Pacific
kamikaze
Ocean.
thing would come into effect.
All right, a question for Chris.
Ooh.
Who invented the first clothes hanger?
I did.
There we go.
Yes.
End of story.
Yes. I created it back in 1843. It was initially used as a dowsing rod to find water. But then I needed something to hang my coat up on, and I was like, this might just work.
What made you go with that new shape?
Technology.
What'd you do? Look it up on the internet.
In 1843. Yep, that's exactly what he did.
I Googled it.
Let's see. I just put it up there, but I think I took it down too quick before anybody saw it. Cindy says filling my tank is going to cost more than my mortgage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Yep.
Daryl's talking about if I was trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be rude about what I'm seeing. I just want to see it. And Maddie says, if I felt you were being rude, you'll know it.
Ooh, cat fight.
It's fine. She goes, I love the debate to share information. I find. And Linda says, you can ask Chris anything. Doesn't mean you're going to get the right answer.
There you go. That's what I said.
You never did say that it was going to be correct.
I have said numerous times that if I don't know the answer, I will make something up.
And I'm pretty sure that was made up.
Now, if you weigh the number of times I actually was factually correct and the number of times I made it up off the cuff, you'll understand that my veritable cornucopia of nickel knowledge is nil.
Now we know that. Oh boy.
I want to look.
But I would make a really good sociopath.
Oh boy.
So it made me look it up. The Amazing History of the Clothes Hanger.
Oh boy.
And there's a website here.
Does it say Chris?
No.
It's got a picture of me.
Wow. If you do some digging, you might read that Thomas Jefferson, one of the founding fathers of the United States, invented the clothes hanger. Really? However, this fact is of dubious credibility. While undoubtedly a brilliant and resourceful man, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, the man who actually invented the coat hanger or the modern clothes hanger is O.A. North in 1869.
Wow.
Wow. That was a long time before. or after Thomas Jefferson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He didn't he do some kind of spaghetti dish or something? Didn't he come up with some?
Thomas Jefferson?
I thought it was Jefferson. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I thought, right? I mean, going back, I can't remember, but I thought he had something to do with something like that. Some food he had come up with. Jefferson.
Okay.
He created the wooden teeth that George Washington wore.
Oh, he carved them, huh?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Laura wants to know, do you know what chainsaws were originally invented for?
Dental work.
to carve bears.
They only used it once, but it did do the job of removing the tooth.
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know what they haven't been around that long.
It was a musical instrument that they used for symphony work. I was first chainsaw.
You were first chainsaw?
I was first chainsaw, yes. Hey, if they can use cannons, they can use chainsaws.
Now they can't do that anymore. Now it's
yeah. Speaking of nickel knowledge.
Nickel knowledge, yes.
I learned a lot of stuff playing Trivial Pursuit.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The state with the longest name?
Yes.
Mississippi.
No.
What is it?
Rhode Island and the Providence Plantations. That's its actual name.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Well, how can the Providence? That's not a state.
Rhode
Providence? No, Rhode Island, but Providence of what?
Rhode Island and the Providence Plantations.
And that's in Maine?
No.
Oh, I thought-
What's the longest name of a state? Rhode Island and the Providence Plantations. That's the state with the longest name.
Who's on first?
What's on second?
I don't know.
Third base.
And what was the pitcher's name?
I don't know.
Tom Seaver.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tell me the name of the pitcher tomorrow.
Do you know who invented the toilet?
IP Daily.
That would know. He wrote a book called Yellow River.
Ah.
Yeah.
No, I don't know who invented this toilet.
Huh?
Tell us, Mike. Tell us who.
Seriously?
Thomas Jefferson.
No, it was Thomas.
Uh-huh.
Thomas Crapper.
Oh, that's how.
That's how we get the. I'm gonna take a crap.
Gotcha.
Thomas Crapper.
He didn't invent the outhouse. He invented the actual indoor plumbing.
Right.
Gotcha.
So
which
he had
which I think hasn't changed much since he invented it, right? Pretty much the same.
Daryl just says, I can confirm that Chris is correct.
Oh, see,
On
one
the
in a
state
row.
name.
One in a row. Yes. Woo!
Who invented the brassiere or the bra?
That was Jonathan Hooters.
Yeah. Something with mountains in her name.
No.
Go ahead, Mike. Tell us who invented it.
It was a German gentleman.
Name
Oh, look at it. He's Googling as he goes.
Yeah.
He asks the question, then Googles
No.
the answer.
No, I'm looking at the
What's his name? Brazier?
chapter. Huh?
What's his last name? Brazier?
No.
Oh.
Otto Titzlinger. Look it up, folks.
Wow.
I can understand why he called it a brassiere instead.
Yeah.
Facebook user
Says,
I'm going to go out on a limb and ask Chris if he knows what kind of shoes Mike wears.
he wears Crocs, rainbow colored Crocs. Yeah, with black socks
Never see me.
and Bermuda shorts. It's a real look for him.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Really?
Crocs.
Crocs.
They're very popular. Everybody look around and see how many people actually wear
They are real popular right
A lot
now.
of people wear Crocs.
However, you are incorrect.
Oh,
While
Right,
you're on
right.
air.
they don't wear Crocs.
No, I am wearing Nikes.
Nikes.
Ooh.
Just do it.
Just to do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I know why. I know why this was asked too. Actually, this is my former yet always beautiful former mother-in-law, Loy Whitcomb. So I know why she asked that question. And the correct answer would be, let me tell you.
Rainbow colored Crocs.
No. We were playing this game. I think it was called Outburst or something like that. So it was like this electronic gadget, and it would come up with a phrase or a word, and you'd have to get your teammates to say what that was.
Kind of like
Through
password.
clues, kind of. Yeah, like exactly. And you'd have so much time, and it go and get faster until finally it went, and whatever, you'd have to pass it on.
Right.
So I got it, and I'm looking at it. I'm going, I wonder how this is going to happen. So I'm like, all of a sudden it's going, and I look at and it's a 2-word thing. And I went, me. And they're going, Mike. No, I went, me. No, me. And I went, not Italian. Or something like that, right? And they're going, forget it. Nobody knows. All right. Feet. What's on my feet? Shoes. Okay. That's the second word now. First word, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I'll never live this down. Ever. The first word was Polish.
Okay.
Polish.
Well, you would think.
I got it.
So I said, and I go, nobody got it. And I'm like, I didn't know this was even such a thing. And the lawyer looks at me and goes, what? I said, Polish shoes? The hell are Polish shoes?
Mike.
Polish shoes. And I think it was Chad who looked at me and goes, that's Polish shoes. That was, oh my God.
So he was wearing Crocs skis.
Yeah.
But that's a true story. It was
Polish shoes.
Polish shoes. So, Loy, I am wearing Polish shoes today.
I think you were.
As soon as I saw who asked that question, I'm like, oh, shit.
Wow.
Anyway. All right. Another exciting episode was today.
Yep.
And ask Chris anything.
A lot of questions.
A lot of questions.
Not a lot of answers, but a lot
Wait a
of
minute.
questions.
Hold on.
Oh.
Where does Clark Kent store his clothes when changing into Superman?
He actually wears his Superman costume underneath his clothes. If you remember the old 1950s.
No. The question is the clothes that he's wearing,
Where's they go?
where do those go?
He puts them underneath his Superman outfit.
Oh.
Yeah, which is kind of awkward in a phone booth.
Yeah.
Because you have to strip totally naked, then put your business suit on
but
first.
it's Superman,
He's not
so
naked. He's got a suit underneath.
No, listen.
he's
to
wearing
me.
his Superman
So
underoos.
He's got his suit on, and then he's got his Superman suit on underneath.
Right. So he's not naked.
So in order for him to put his suit on underneath his Superman costume, he has to get completely naked in the phone booth, then put on his business suit, and then put on his Superman suit. I've got pictures.
Yeah.
I thought he stored it where the phone book went. There used to be a little shelf in there.
Yeah.
It's not a glory hole, Chris.
I
don't need those pictures. What is this? What does this say? My apologies to have been reported. I'm sending to you now. I have a feeling it has nothing to do with me.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, very good. Very good. Breakfast time. Thank you, everyone, for joining in and playing Ask Chris Anything on a wonderful day today. So
Goodbye.
we will see. He's out. He's already checked out.
I'm checking.
Look at it. He's got his headphones off and everything. All right. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear. Call me Papa Bear because I'm grilling up dinner. You get it?
Yes, good job.
So what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Your community radio.
Live from Main Street.
Don't change anything. I love your show just the way it is.
Mike Menard.